What's good, guys? So today's RonsRides video is starting off a little differently. I'm going to set the tone. Inside of this Maserati Granturismo, I'm going to do a little bit of driving first, and then we'll talk about why we're here. Even though you saw the title and you probably saw the description, you know what's going on. I just want to set the tone for the rest of the video because this could be the last time ever that I drive a brand new Maserati with a naturally aspirated engine from Ferrari. So I have to really relish in this, absorb it, and then we'll talk about all the other stuff later. But for right now, let's get into it. I'll get into all of the other stuff later, all the specs, all the talking. For once, I'm just gonna enjoy this and let you guys enjoy it with me. What's good, guys? Welcome back to RonsRides, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where today I'm at Maserati Alfa of Daytona Beach, and I'm here with a 2018 Maserati Granturismo. This is a brand new Granturismo with 209 miles on it, okay? So just test drive miles so far. But why I'm here is I want to talk about the Granturismo and really what's going to happen next when Maserati decides to place the Granturismo, and I want to give you some exhaust noise of what could be the last naturally aspirated engine in a Maserati vehicle ever. So what do I mean by that exactly? Well, if you guys haven't been keeping up on the channel and keeping up on the Maserati news I've been posting, the 2018 Maserati Granturismo Coupe, which is this car here, was discontinued for 2019, which means you cannot find a 2019 model in a coupe variant. You can only find it in the cabriolet or the convertible model. They discontinued this model because they are going to be phasing out the Granturismo, and we're going to see a new Granturismo in 2021. Now, with that said, Maserati has also been phasing out naturally aspirated engines. Like most automakers these days, it's harder to find a naturally aspirated engine. Another thing we're thinking about here is this is a Ferrari built naturally aspirated engine. This is pretty much a Ferrari engine, or a Ferrari engine designed for Maserati. This is a true naturally aspirated V8 from Ferrari. Ferrari and Maserati have parted ways, or will be parting ways by 2021, on engines. So Ferrari will not be supplying engines for Maserati come 2021, 2022. And that was straight from Ferrari's boss. We also know that the next Maserati engine may not be naturally aspirated, and it may not be a Ferrari engine. Now, whether we know if the Granturismo replacement has already been in the works and will already be having a Ferrari power plant, we're not too sure because we don't know much about the replacement. If that's the case, that may be Ferrari's last time supplying engines to Maserati will be for the Granturismo replacement. So with that said, we still may see an engine from Ferrari, but here's the thing. It may be a twin turbo engine because right now Maserati currently has twin turbo V8s that you see in the Trofeo and GTS models. All right, it is not like the naturally aspirated engines. You guys can tell the difference of the sounds. I've done comparison videos before. It's just something more raw, something more just crazy, something more untamed about a naturally aspirated engine. And I'm afraid that Maserati is going to get rid of it and that the GT will not be the same. Now, what makes the Maserati Granturismo Coupe so special? Well, it is currently the only Maserati in the market right now that's brand new with a naturally aspirated engine. You're looking at Maserati's 4.7 liter V8 with 454 horsepower and 384 foot-pounds of torque. Now with that, you're looking at a 6-speed automatic transmission. Your gas mileage on this is 13 miles per gallon city and 20 highway, and that's an estimated amount. When you get behind the wheel of something like this, your gas mileage is going to just plummet because you're going to be stepping on the pedal to hear this thing, to feel this thing, to really experience the Maserati Granturismo like it's supposed to. And that's the big reason why we're here today. We're not here to talk about it's the 2018. We're not here to talk about just the exterior or the interior. We're actually here to talk about Maserati and possibly getting rid of this last naturally aspirated engine. And when I say I'm afraid it won't be the same, that doesn't mean that I'm afraid it won't be great. They will come out with something that is going to be phenomenal with the new technology, all the new things for body paneling and styling. I mean, you've seen the Alfieri Coupe that's supposed to be coming out. We're talking about plug-in hybrids. We're talking about speeds, I mean, of 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. I mean, it's going to be a phenomenal car. But I know a lot of you agree here, and most would say this, that Maserati is Maserati because of its sound and because of the naturally aspirated V8 that comes out of this exhaust. It's just everybody falls in love with that. Everybody knows Maserati for that Maserati music. And I feel like the naturally aspirated V8s these days do not really just portray that essence of Maserati and what it really has under the hood. Now, with that said, I do want fast cars from Maserati. I do want new technology. I do want new styling, and I want Maserati to be great. But at the same time, at what sacrifice? It's like the Thanos line.
What did it cost?
Everything.
So now let's talk about my next point. Are these going to go up in value if Maserati decides to discontinue the naturally aspirated V8, and if they decide that they are no longer having those engines with Ferrari and it won't be shared in the Granturismo replacement? We already know that those engines won't be the same, and Maserati may just build their own engines like they used to back in their racing days, which is just fine. But there's a little bit more value that's added in the Ferrari built engines. So if both of those things go away, do these things come more valuable? You know, you can get them at really good deals, especially used right now, because we know about how Maserati depreciation works. But will these be sought after more? Will people crave that Maserati sound that they wouldn't have in the newer models? Would they crave that rawness that they wouldn't have in the new Maserati models? That's what I want to ask you guys today. And let me see if you think the same thing as I, is that if this goes away, if this naturally aspirated engine goes away, this is going to be more sought after. It may go up in value. They may be harder to find, and people might really just want these. So as I stepped inside this interior to cool off a little bit, because as you guys saw, it's 100 degrees outside here in Florida, one thing that dawned on me is this is the last brand new Maserati Granturismo Coupe that this dealership will probably ever see. Anything else is going to come in used, but since they don't make this in 2019 and this is the last 2018 here at this dealership, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. Is it just, you never really take it into consideration and you never really dawn on it and, you know, reflect that this is it. This is the last time you're going to see something like this at this dealership. So it's going to be the same to when the other dealerships sell off their last 2018 coupes. If they haven't already, you know, that's it. No more 2018 coupes brand new, that's it. You can only get the convertible new. People might go searching for these things. Whether they're used or not, they're gonna try to get one of these in their collection just to make sure that they have a piece of history. So as you guys can see, country of origin, Italy, engine, Italy, transmission, Germany, and final assembly in Modena, Italy. If you guys remember, the other models are not assembled in Modena. The other models are in Turin. So just keep that in mind that the Granturismo does get assembled differently than the other models. Now, you're looking at 134,300 MSRP. With that said, after preparation and tax, you're looking at a total of $143,055. Now let's zoom into these options here, because you have the drilled seats for the leather, $850. You have the MC aluminum drive pedal, which is the pedals down here in aluminum with the MC badge on it, $565. The carpet piping, all right, you have that as well with $75. All right, the 20-inch MC matte graphite alloy wheels, all right, those wheels are $2,700. You have the Trident stitching in the headrest, which I feel like all Maserati should just come with Trident stitching, $570. And then you have the stitching for the internal areas, $300. So those are your additional options for this specific model here to get to that 143. So now let's check out the standard options so I can kind of let you guys see what we have in this car specifically, what it comes with, so you guys know. There you go. Now with that said, I did mention the fuel economy. This fuel economy does say the 13 city and 21 highway, but your combined, which I didn't mention, is 16 for your fuel economy. Obviously, this is a very irrelevant number because nobody is getting a Granturismo and trying to save on fuel. Let me just tell you guys that. But to mention on saving fuel, you do have a gas guzzler tax for this car at $1,700. So with that and the destination fee and the preparation and delivery, it's a nice little chunk of change extra to add on to that total of 143. So without all of this stuff, it would be 140, but this stuff cannot be helped, so that is there. So what do you guys think about the final price on one of the last Granturismo coupes? So with that said, guys, a lot we talked about today. The Alfietti and Granturismo replacement are coming. I feel like they're not going to be the same car as this one, as they shouldn't be. They should progress, they should change with the times. Things change, technology changes, everything changes, all right? Even emissions and rules. But since things will be changing, does that make what's in the past more valuable? That's my question to you guys today. Would you rather have something that's coming up fresh, or would you have what's here in the past? Definitely let me know, because I know you guys missed hearing that naturally aspirated V8 on my channel. So if you did, give the video a thumbs up. That like definitely helps the video get up in the rankings. More people can see this, and we can have a bigger conversation on the last Granturismo coupe at the dealership. Now with that said, also check down the links below if you want to help support the channel. RonsRides merch is there. Check that link if you want to get t-shirts, you want to get stickers, coffee mugs, stuff like that. Or you can just check out the Patreon subscription down in the link below. You can also do the one-time donation through PayPal if you guys want to donate $1, $2, whatever to the channel. And then last but not least, social media. Make sure you check out the Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, everything like that, so you can see what I'm posting next. Subscribe to more RonsRides, click that notification bell so you guys can get these videos straight to your inbox, and we will talk to you guys in the next RonsRides video. Be safe, guys, be blessed, we'll see you then. Peace.